What is up, YouTube? It's your girl, Evelyn, and welcome to another episode of The Lesbian Web, the show that helps you find the perfect lesbian web series for you. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Dyke Central, a web series about a group of queer lovers, friends, and exes and their intertwined and often messy relationships. Set in Oakland, California, sister city to San Francisco, Dyke Central is unapologetically queer and reps every color of the rainbow. So after the first 10 minutes, I could already tell that Dyke Central was not your stereotypical lesbian web series. It is blooming with diversity. I mean, there are so many different types of queer characters. You've got your femmes, you've got your butches or your studs, you've got your in-betweens or your stems, you've got your androgynous characters, there's trans folks, there's non-binary folks, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some, but that's how diverse this show is. Although Dyke Central has a huge ensemble cast with multiple storylines, the show's three main characters seem to be Alex, Jen, and Fabiana. Alex and Jen are roommates at Dyke Central, and at the beginning of the show, they're on the hunt for a third roommate.
You don't want to live with a guy, but you don't have time to check out the email responses, and you don't even show up to meet the girls that come by to see the place, who were completely crazy, by the way, and you want somebody by Monday.
Alex is seemingly the more settled of the two roommates. She's got a corporate job and is in a serious relationship with longtime girlfriend Jackie.
So, what did you want to talk about, baby?
Well, actually, I was thinking about this whole situation with you and Jen suddenly needing a new roommate, and I think it might be a blessing in disguise.
Maybe we should consider me moving in.
But things may not be as great for Alex as they seem.
What are you doing?
I was thinking.
What? Babe, what's getting into you? Don't we have plans to do this Thursday evening?
Yeah?
So, bottle up all this energy for me and I'll be ready for you on Thursday.
Jen is a free spirit and a part-time bartender who loves the ladies, but runs at the first sign of commitment.
I am so sorry, you guys. She didn't seem fucked up when I met her.
Which was like 30 seconds ago? Where do you find these girls?
And last but not least is Fabiana. She's new to the city and looking for a cheap place to live. So of course, Dyke Central seems perfect. Except...
Yeah, you guys made it! Hey. This is our new roommate, guys. Fabiana, this is...
Alex. So, I guess you guys know each other?
So one of the things I really liked about the show was that it highlighted different body types. Dyke Central is not only diverse in queer and ethnic representation, but also when it comes to body types. So often in lesbian web series, everyone is ridiculously hot. And while that can be nice to look at, it's not super realistic or relatable for most of us. It was so refreshing that the most graphic love scene in this show involved a character who's larger than a size 6. It's just nice to see and also really sexy to see. There's no fat shaming, there's no skinny shaming. It was just beautiful. I loved it. The next thing I really liked about the show was that it had a lot of unexpected depth. So I have to be honest, going into Dyke Central, I really just expected a melodrama with a bunch of messy queer folks. And don't get me wrong, I got that. But I also got a surprising amount of depth from some of the minor character storylines. For example, there's a character named Saul whose only surviving family member is her aging grandmother who suffers from dementia and doesn't fully accept her gayness and androgyny. Another minor character, Mario, he's a functioning alcoholic who engages in risky sexual behavior to avoid dealing with his family issues and issues surrounding his sexuality. He also becomes the victim of an assault during the show as well. Then there's Molly. We actually get to watch her fall in love with someone who ends up being extremely toxic and controlling and abusive to her. And it's really fascinating to see how a relationship like that forms from its infancy. So I would still say that Dyke Central is a funny, entertaining show that's heavy on the romance, but there are a few gut punches thrown in there, and I think they're handled with a lot of sensitivity and insight. So, my only criticism of the show is what I consider imbalanced acting. For example, you probably wouldn't cast a classically trained Shakespearean actor with 40 plus years of experience opposite a brand new actor who's only been acting for 6 months. Well, because then you end up with what I call imbalanced acting, where one actor is obviously far better than the other. And then that makes the other actors seem bad in comparison. And in Dyke Central, there are varying levels of acting in the show, and it is noticeable, but not to the point where you don't enjoy the show. It's very well written, and the storyline really sucks you in, or at least it sucked me in. So it doesn't detract so harshly from the show that you can't enjoy it, but it is something that is noticeable. So, ladies, if you are looking for a super diverse, extremely sexy, and surprisingly deep and thought provoking web series, I can't recommend Dyke Central enough. And that is going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you enjoy watching these reviews, be sure to subscribe. And I will see you guys next week.